Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech, protected.
Well, what on earth is this little guy doing in that box? I was supposed to be going through some Christmas memories, and I have no idea what this little guy has to do with Christmas, but maybe he does Christmas songs. Let's try. Quack, 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 quack. Oh, my goodness, we have a Christmas caroling duck here. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Grandma Kitty's house, and I'm Grandma Kitty, of course. I was just getting ready to go through a box full of Christmas memories, and I came across this duck, and I just couldn't figure out what he had to do with Christmas, but did you hear him? He was quacking jingle bells. Oh, my goodness, he's a Christmas caroling duck. Let's just set him away. We don't really need him right now. So Christmas is just such a special time of the year, isn't it? And memories, the Christmas memories are just so special. Do you have a lot of happy Christmas memories? Oh, yes, so do I. I do too. Oh, I have a book here about a little girl, and she tells us about some of her Christmas memories. So why don't we read that together, shall we? Oh, I think you're going to like this book. This is called Christmas in the Country, and it was written by Cynthia Ryland and Diane Good. So let's read that together. Let's see what we have here. When I was a little girl, I lived with my grandparents in the country. Our house was small and white. It had an old coal stove to keep us warm, and a tiny little kitchen for supper, and a nice back porch for the dogs. In the summer, I sat in our swing and ate fresh tomatoes and sang. In fall, I helped can apples. In spring, I took long walks with my granny. And in winter, I waited for Christmas. Winter in the country is so quiet. The snow slows everything down. Birds are silent and serious. Dogs stay in their warm houses. Children want cocoa and blankets. Everyone is ready for something really special. Something like Christmas, huh? Everyone is ready for Christmas. Here they are decorating the house. Granny and Grandpa putting the lights up on the outside of the house. My grandfather always got our Christmas tree from the woods behind the house. Off he'd go with his axe while my grandmother and I pulled boxes of old ornaments from her closet, which smelled like wool and mothballs. Have you ever smelled mothballs? They don't smell too good. I love those ornaments. Some of them I had made myself. Hard foam bells glued with green glitter, red construction paper chains. There were silver icicles and white glass stars and soft angels. Each ornament reminded me of my whole life. Oh, that sounds so special, doesn't it? Grandfather always brought home a tree that was a little too wide or a little too tall, and we would have to spend the next few weeks squeezing around it in the living room. It seemed sometimes like an embarrassed guest, but we loved that tree and couldn't wait to turn on the lights at night. It was the prettiest thing we had. Oh, I love to turn my Christmas tree on too. So pretty. On Christmas Eve, my grandparents and I went to services at the small Baptist church at the bottom of the hill. I got to stand up front with the other children and sing a Christmas carol for the grown-ups. Afterward, each child was given a small brown bag full of candy and nuts and a tangerine. I gave my grandfather the tangerine because I knew he loved them. That was nice of her to share, wasn't it? My grandparents and I walked home from church through the snow and into our warm little kitchen. We pulled off our wet boots and gloves and hung them near the stove to dry. Then my grandmother helped me write a note to Santa Claus while my grandfather rested. I left Santa a saucer of cookies and a glass of milk and the nicest note I could think of. Then we went to bed. Oh, that's the hard part, huh? Waiting for Christmas the next morning. And in the morning when I woke, it was still a little dark outside and still a little shivery. And I went to my grandparents' bed and asked them to help me see what Santa brought. And they rose up from their warm quilts, and together we all went to the tree. Do you get up when it's still dark? It's hard to sleep in on Christmas morning, isn't it? Every Christmas, Santa gave me just what I wanted, a new doll. And he always gave me something else I hadn't asked for, and which was a surprise. A paint-by-number kit, a bear bank, a coloring book. His cookies were always gone, his milk glass empty. I was glad Santa liked everything. I went to church again with my grandparents later that Christmas morning. They let me take my doll. The service was short because the preacher knew everyone wanted to play with their toys and bake their hams. He just reminded us what Christmas was about and sent us home. And all that day there were aunts and uncles and cousins knocking at the door, neighbors dropping off pies, and dogs barking at all the commotion and waiting for leftovers. I wouldn't mind some pies. I like pie. My grandparents and I kept our Christmas tree for as long as we could, and then finally, after the New Year, it was time to take it down. Grandfather hauled it out to the woods while my grandmother and I put the ornaments away. We swept up the needles and tinsel, then we all had milk and a biscuit. Christmas in the country was over. There were spring walks and summer tomatoes and fall apples to look forward to now. But in that closet of wool and mothballs, there would be boxes of old ornaments waiting. Oh, isn't that such a nice story? Oh, so I thought we should talk about Christmas memories. And I thought maybe I'd share some of my Christmas memories with you. And then we can talk about some of the new memories that maybe you can make with your family. So, when I was little, we would get catalogs in the mail. I have a catalog here, so I have a catalog that I got in the mail. Now, the catalogs we got were much thicker, and my mother would say, go through the catalog and write your name beside the things you want, so she would have an idea of what to buy us for Christmas. So when I had kids, I did that with my kids too, and I gave them the catalog, and I would say, write your name beside what you want. And my daughter, well, my goodness, it would have been easier to write her name beside what she didn't want, because she wrote her name beside everything. She wanted everything. So I gave this catalog to my grandson and I said, write your name beside what you want. He's just like his mother. He's just a chip off the old block. He wants everything too. He must be related to her, don't you think? I do think so. So one of my favorite toys that I got for Christmas was a doll with long blonde braids, and she was my favorite doll. And maybe it was because it reminded me of myself, because I used to have long blonde braids, but now my hair is just white and just doesn't have any more color to it. What's that? White is a color? Yes, you're right, white is a color, but it doesn't have much color to it, does it? But I still have my braids. See my braid? Isn't it very attractive? Don't you just like my braid? And you like my bow too? Oh, thank you. Compliments are so nice. I just appreciate compliments. But, okay, so let's see. Let's look in my box of memories and see what I have here. Oh, look what we have here. This was one of my favorite toys. He was a very loved toy. Can you tell? Do you know how you tell if they're very loved? When they get wobbly and raggedy and worn out? Yeah, I probably slept on him one time too many and he kind of got squished. But he was my favorite toy. What's that? What was his name? I just called him Teddy, even though he wasn't really a teddy bear. He's a koala bear, but he didn't mind. No, he didn't mind at all. All right, well, let's see what else we have in here. Now she was talking about some angel ornaments. I had some angel ornaments. Here's a pretty lacy one. This was made by one of my good friends, and she gave it to me as a gift. Wasn't that nice of her? Yes, it's a very pretty angel ornament. And look, I have another one here. This one was made out of a seashell. isn't that neat? A seashell angel with some glitter on it. Oh, and I have another angel here too. Oh, this one is special. Do you know why this one is special? My daughter made this one when she was about 4 years old. Do you know what it's made out of? A clothespin. It's just a clothespin with some material wrapped around it, and they drew a little face on it and put some wings on it. But yeah, that one's been around for a while because my daughter made that when she was only 4. Oh, let's see what else we have. Oh, look. I have some snowflake ornaments, and there's not a lot to them, but look, I'll show you why they're special. Because they have pictures of my grandchildren on there. You know, those are very special keepsakes, yeah? So if you wanted to give your mom and dad or your grandparents something special, you could just make a little ornament and put a picture of yourself on there. Oh, and they'll keep it forever. Trust me, I know grandparents and parents, they like to keep things with their kids' pictures on them. Yeah, so let's see what else we have in here. Oh, I wonder what's in here. Oh, this is our front door ornament. It says our new home, and we got this when we moved into our new house, and it has the year on there, so we'll remember when we moved in. But oh my goodness, it's got the wrong address on it. Oh my goodness, how did that happen? I'm gonna have to see if I can fix that. I guess I just never happened to notice that before. Oh, let's see what else. Oh, look, we have a stocking. Oh, I just loved doing the stockings. You know, it was one of my favorite parts of Christmas. See, my mom and dad would always let us go through our stockings before they got up. So we'd go through our stocking and see what was in there. And oh, it was always lots of fun stuff in there. And you know what I liked the best? The candy. Yes, there was always a lot of candy in the stocking. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of candy, yeah. We used to make little candy bags. Like that girl in the book, she was talking about how they gave out candy bags at church. So we would do that too. We would make up little candy bags to give out to the kids at the Christmas service at the church. Yeah, and one time when I was a teenager, I was helping put the Christmas candy bags together, and we spread the candy out on the table, and we were going around and picking up, you know, candy and putting it in the bag, and I came to a bowl of candy that was empty, and I thought, oh, I can fix it. I'll just open the bag and I'll fill the bowl back up. So I grabbed the bag and I pulled and I couldn't get it open, and so I pulled a little bit harder, and all of a sudden it exploded, and we had candy everywhere but in the bowl. Oh my goodness, I was so embarrassed. I mean, I was just trying to help. Yeah. That's happened to you before? Yeah. Oh, with a bag full of cereal. Yes, I can picture that. I bet that made a big mess, didn't it? Yep, I bet it did. And I don't want to know what your mother said either. Oh, look at this. A little reindeer. I made this reindeer. How did I make it? Oh, I haven't got a clue. I took a little weaving class one night, and the instructor said, well, bend this reed this way, and bend this one this way, and tuck it in here, and fold it here, and put it here. And when I was all done doing what she said, I had a reindeer. I probably couldn't do it again if I wanted to, but oh, isn't he just a cute little thing? Yes. Oh, let's see what else we have here. I must have bought this one at the Statue of Liberty. Oh, I like to buy things when I go on vacation. Oh, and this one here is a lighthouse in Maine. I like to buy these when I go on vacation, and then I can hang them on my tree, and it reminds me of how much fun we had on vacation. Yes. And, oh, got some Christmas cards here. Yeah, I used to send out lots of Christmas cards to all my friends and relatives, and people don't do that so much anymore. Now they'll either text or email or something, but people used to send out lots of Christmas cards. Oh, look, these are some cute little ornaments here, little blocks. My husband's aunt made these. Oh, look, this one has some letters on it. Let's see what it says. A-R-B-B, ARB. Well, that doesn't spell anything. R-B-B-A, ARBA? Well, that doesn't spell anything either. There's got to be some secret here. B-R-B-A-R-B. Oh, Barb, B-A-R-B, Barb. Oh, that's short for Barbara. That was my mother-in-law's name. Oh, I must have inherited these ornaments. Oh, passed down through the generations. I'll have to pass them on to my children and my grandchildren. Oh, yes. Oh, look. Here's my recipe for Swedish tea ring. It's kind of worn out. I've used it many times. Do you know what a Swedish tea ring is? Oh, here. I have a picture. look, doesn't that look delicious? That looks absolutely delicious, doesn't it? It's like a big cinnamon roll. You make the bread dough and you roll it out and you put cinnamon and sugar on it, and then you roll it up and cut it and twist it so it looks fancy, and then you decorate it so it's real pretty. Oh, I used to make these all the time for Christmas, for gifts. So every time I think of Christmas and food, I think of a Swedish tea ring. Maybe I'll make some for some of my family and friends this year. Oh, they are just delicious. Yes, they are. Oh, let's see what else we have here. This one's in a box. What do you think this is? Oh, this is an ornament that one of my friends gave me. And this one is glass, and that's why I have to keep it in the box, because it's breakable. Yeah, if I let my grandchildren get a hold of this ornament, then it will be just a memory. Just something I have here because it probably won't exist anymore. But it's a good thing I have a box to put it in. Yeah, we'll tuck it right back in there. Oh, look. Here's a picture that my grandson colored for me. And oh, look, he put his name, Mason. Oh, and he put my name, Kitty. And he colored this gingerbread house for me. Oh, this reminds me of the time my sister, she made a gingerbread house. She made it from scratch. Oh my goodness, she mixed up the dough and she spread it out and baked it and cut it into the shape she needed. And she put it all together with frosting and decorated it with candies. Oh, it was beautiful, but it was way too pretty to eat. It definitely was, yes. But you know, you can make some gingerbread houses. Now, it's easy now because you can either buy a kit, or if you don't have a kit, here, I'll show you another secret. Save one of your milk cartons from school and put some frosting on it and glue it down to a plate, and then get some graham crackers, and then put the graham crackers on it so that it's shaped like a house, and decorate it. Oh my goodness, comes out looking like a real gingerbread house. Yes, comes out looking very special. Yes, I used to do that with my Girl Scouts. All right, oh, we're down to the bottom. My Cardinal Lights. Oh, I just love cardinals. Yes, I do. And these are so pretty. When you plug them in, they light up bright red. Oh, I just love Christmas lights, don't you? I love plugging in my Christmas tree and looking at the bright lights, and taking my grandchildren for rides. We always took our kids for rides to look at Christmas lights, and now we take our grandchildren, and sometimes you can get out and walk around and check out the lights. Oh, it's just so much fun. So Christmas is just such an important holiday, and you know, you really need to come up with some ideas of what you can do. You know what would be fun? Have the whole family put their PJs on and make some hot chocolate and watch your favorite Christmas show. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Oh, Rudolph. Yes, I watched Rudolph with my grandson the other night. Yep. Frosty the Snowman, that's a good one too. Yeah, our favorite one is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's a pretty funny movie. But yeah, that would be a fun Christmas memory. You know what else you could do? You could sleep under the Christmas tree. My grandchildren have already done that. They've all taken turns sleeping under the Christmas tree. Yeah, so, you know, there's a Christmas song that says, "These wonderful things are the things we remember all through our lives." And that is so true. We think back on all our Christmas memories, and that's why it's so important to make some good, happy, fun family memories around Christmas time. So you know what? Grandma Kitty has talked long enough. It is time to move on from Move and Groove. So I have a favorite Christmas song. This one is Jingle Bells. So hop up off that couch and get ready to move and groove with me. Now remember, there's no right or wrong way to move and groove. Just hop up and, oh, here it is. Let's move and groove together. Here we go. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, that was fun. How did you like that? Was that fun?
You liked it so much you want to do it again? Oh, well, sure, we can do it again. But you know, if we're going to talk about jingle bells, well, we should have some jingle bells, shouldn't we? So, yeah, let Grandma Kitty just put some jingle bells on, and then it will be more fun to do it this time. Yes, it will. So, all right, let's get these jingle bells on, and then I've got another bell, too, that I can ring. So, all right, let's try it again. All right, hop back up. Don't sit back down yet. Hop back up. Let's do this again. All right. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one horse open sleigh. Oh, laughing we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleigh song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. All right, that was much more fun, wasn't it? Didn't you like that? Oh, I just love bells. Yeah, so that song, the horses used to have bells on. So when they were riding through the snow, their bells would ring. Yeah, so that was fun. I just love bells. All right, let's check our bee basket now. See what we have in our bee basket. Now remember, our bee basket are the things we want to be, right? So let's see what we have. Oh, this is a good one. This is the same one we were talking about before. And this one says, be content. So you know what I think that means? I think that means you should be satisfied with what you get for Christmas. Now, you may not get exactly what you want, you know. We don't always get exactly what we want. Like, you may want a bike and you get a sled. Or you may want Legos and you get a card kit. Or you may want a doll and you get a teddy bear. Or you may want toys and you get clothes. But you know what? You should appreciate what you get. You know, Grandma Kitty has told you before in the past that gifts are special. And do you remember why gifts are special? Well, because it's something you didn't have before, right? And it's also something that somebody gave you out of love. It's something that somebody gave you because they love you very much and they think you are very special. So even though it may not be exactly what you want, you need to give mom and dad or grandpa or grandma, anyone, whoever it was that gave you that present, give them a nice big hug and a kiss and tell them thank you, because that was very nice of them to think about you and buy you something special. Yes. And last time we talked about how content means a state of peaceful happiness. That sounds good to Grandma Kitty. Yeah, so Christmas is supposed to be a peaceful holiday. It's not supposed to be one where you're bickering and fighting with your brothers or sisters, or where you're whining and complaining because you didn't get the gift you want. No, that wouldn't be peaceful at all, would it? No, that would be the opposite of peaceful. So we don't want to whine and complain or bicker and fight. And of course, everyone wants to be happy at Christmas, right? So remember that content means peaceful happiness. So I hope that you have a peaceful, happy Christmas, yes, and also to be satisfied with what you have, what you got for Christmas. So have you come up with any ideas or things you could do? You're going to hang lots of Christmas lights? Oh, very good idea. Oh, and you're going to make cookies for Santa? That's also a very good idea. And, oh, you're going to make ornaments for the tree? Excellent, excellent idea. Well, it sounds like you're all going to be very busy. I think I'm going to be busy too, because I think I'm going to make some Swedish tea rings. But before I go, I wanted to wish a Merry Christmas to some of my friends. So Merry Christmas to Haley and Caden, Lachlan, Mariah, Lily, Jason,
Aria, Vladimir, Gabriel, Viviana, Malachi, Mason, Micah, Meadow, Carter, Jackson, Starley, and my new little sweetie this year, my little Audrey. Oh, Merry Christmas to all of you. You're so special to me. What's that? I missed your name. Oh, what's your name? Oh, Madison. Yes, Madison. Oliver, Jacob. Yeah, Sophia. Oh, Noah, Grace. Oh, Samuel, no wonder Grandma Kitty couldn't remember everybody's name. Her head is just so big and it can't hold all of it. But you know what? If I missed your name, you are still very special to me. Grandma Kitty loves you. Grandma Kitty wants you to have a very Merry Christmas. And I hope that you make some very happy Christmas memories with your family, that you get to go look at Christmas lights and do some special things for Christmas. Yes, because like I said, those memories are the memories that are going to stay with you all your life. So you have a wonderful holiday. very Merry Christmas to everyone. You take care, you stay healthy, safe, and happy, and Grandma Kitty will see you next time. Bye-bye.